That's right, y'all. This is the future of my collection. Before we continue, I want to thank That Spider-Man Booth for sponsoring this video. Make sure you're following them over on Whatnot for daily live comic book auctions. You could win CGC key issues and get some great exclusive variants from their sister site, Street Level Hero. If you haven't, you can download Whatnot in the link in the description. It'll actually give you a $10 credit that you can use towards your first purchase. What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, and I finally get to share with you something that I've kind of known about for a few months that I had to keep on the hush. But Legendary Beast just became a lot of people's favorite statue company over at Toy Fair PH 2022, where they revealed 4 new 1/3 scale Marvel pieces. We're gonna take a look at a slew of pictures. I don't know who took these pictures. I just grabbed them off the Facebook group, Legendary Beast. So credit to whoever took the photos. They look amazing, and I am super excited, man. So just to kind of preface this, I've been picking up a lot of 1/3 scale Prime 1 DC pieces lately, and I own the Legendary Beast, Captain America, Thor, Magneto, and Cyclops. And I knew that Legendary Beast had a bunch more Marvel pieces in the works, so that's why I kind of started transitioning my collection over to 1/3 scale, because Prime 1 has a ton of 1/3 scale pieces. Now we have PCS and Legendary Beast adding Marvel to the mix and giving us a nice, well-rounded balance. So let's take a look at some of the pictures from Toy Fair. Now first, I'm just gonna show some pieces that we've already seen. Magneto in 1/3 scale, which one of my favorite pieces right now, man. It is definitely a centerpiece. I'm not sure if this is a production piece or a sample paint job, because I reviewed what I think is a prototype. This one has more of a purplish look on the force field, where mine felt more blue. Either way, it's an amazing piece. We saw Cyclops, I reviewed this as well. And of course, Captain America here and Thor. So those are the existing 4 Legendary Beast pieces, and we're gonna take a look at the 4 new reveals. So first, let's take a look at Iron Man. Awesome to see them putting together this Avengers line. We're gonna have a 1/3 scale Marvel Avengers line. Here's Tony Stark, Iron Man, and he has a slew of different switch outs. You can see with his visor up, holding onto his wrists there, getting his gauntlet in gear. Here's one where he's got his helmet on, he's looking up forward. And we can see the base here as well, keeping up with the tradition that they started with Thor, with giving this kind of storytelling base, and we're gonna see more of that with these other pieces. Here's a repulsor blast with the hand up. Here is Tony Stark with the helmet in his hand, and you can see his face. So not crazy impressive, goes right along with Cap and Thor. I'm in on it, obviously. But then we have Thanos, a Ron Lim inspired, comic accurate Thanos in 1/3 scale. Looks amazing. On this picture, you can see this is a swap out that has some type of energy emitting out of his eyes. Over here, he's got a switch out where he's doing the famous snap, wiping out half of the existence in the universe. Here is a full shot with the arms crossed, and Legendary Beast loves to give you multiple torso options, so we're gonna see that as a theme here as well. You can see this storytelling base on here. Now this one is inspired by Infinity Gauntlet issue number 5, and it has a bunch of cosmic entities surrounding the base. So you can see Galactus is front and center here. You can see Eternity, you can see Adam Warlock, you can see Ego the Living Planet. So amazing storytelling base. Legendary Beast Studios kind of figured they had a home run with the Thor base, and they've been keeping that trend up. Next, standing here next to Thanos, we can see their 1/3 scale Venom. Now this one I have seen a while back, and it's amazing to get a 1/3 scale Venom in a museum pose. Typically when studios do Venom, he's always dynamic, always in some type of crazy pose. It's kind of refreshing to see this pose, to be honest. I know I've seen mixed reviews and feedback on that. Here's a full shot with one of his display options unpainted, of course, like Iron Man and Thanos. This has a little Null Easter egg on the front, but something tells me that's still in the air. They're doing some feedback polls, seeing whether or not that should be kept. Another angle of Venom here, looks great. Here's a close-up of the face. This is a grinning portrait, no tongue. And here you can see that they shared some renders with us. A different torso switch out where we have Eddie Brock's unmasked face with the symbiote and the Venom head coming up over his shoulder. Here's a render of the 3D print that we've seen, and you can see not only Null, but it has some of those Null symbiotes surrounding the base here as well. A transformation portrait on this one. Then we have him looking over his right shoulder, changing the direction of his pose with the tongue out portrait that looks sick. And here what looks like two different options for the back of the base. One has a Daily Bugle Easter egg with Venom spelled out with the symbiote, still has Null around the bottom. Then you have this other Venom and Spider-Man with this whole symbiote family kind of coin crest on the back as well. You can see Anti-Venom and the Life Foundation symbiotes. Pretty cool. I'm good for either one, to be honest. And that brings us to the last reveal, man. They're 1/3 scale Hulk, and there are a couple of different versions going on. Right here you can see two green Hulks with a gray Hulk front and center. Right away you can see that similar storytelling base, and it kind of looks like the whole evolution of man type of thing, but Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk, which I love. Now you can see Captain America in the corner there, and now just keep in mind, Captain America is not a small piece. It's a 1/3 scale piece, and he is dwarfed by Hulk right here. There are 3 different torso options, and they're selling it in different ways. I believe there's an ultimate version where you get all 3, then there's a version where you get 2, and a version where you just get 1. So we can see the gray Hulk in the middle has got the Jack Kirby inspired portrait. The green Hulk on the right has got like a rage look, and on the left has more of a Kirby portrait as well. Now this picture, shout out to the cosplayer, but also look to the very left in the back. Thor is a huge piece. He's probably one of my taller pieces, and he is also so small next to this Hulk. And then you can see Venom over there as well, looking big. All right, moving on over here. Again, not sure who's in the picture, but you can get an idea of the scale of Venom in front of this guy that's taking a look at it. And again, the Hulk's in the back there. Looks awesome. Here's a close-up of a Kirby portrait, I believe. I love the green eyes. I love the texture of the skin and the veins. The muscles look crazy. Then you have a modern portrait here, which I say portrait, but it's the whole torso. The paint job is immaculate. The sculpt of the portrait looks awesome. It looks well done, highly detailed. Here's a different type of camera, different lighting. The greens are amazing, and the vein on his right arm going from his shoulder over his bicep is nuts, man. And look, those feet are huge. Enormous piece here. Here goes the Rage portrait. Again, the paint is awesome. I love the different options. I wish there weren't so many options, because I'm gonna have to get the all 3 torso version. And then here's a close-up of the gray Hulk. Sculpt looks awesome. The veins look crazy. Now, whoever took these pictures had a sick camera, because the paint job looks awesome. Like the gray has like tones of actual like flesh tones, like not gray, but like more like my skin tone. It looks like the blend. It's so insane with the blue jeans on this one. Here again, you can see that kind of like regular human flesh, and then the gray coming through, the muscle definition on the chest and the shoulders, the hands, the fingernails look dirty and gritty. So here's the sculpt. It's the premiere version that has 3 torso and 2 torso bases, so you can display on these little Incredible Hulk bases those other torsos. So to me, that's the one that stole the show. And like I said, I think Legendary Beasts gained a lot of fans during this expo. People are saying it's the best Hulk. People are saying it's the best comic Thanos. And I'm on the side to agree with that, man. That's why I've kind of held off on getting a Hulk, because I knew this was coming. They didn't disappoint. It looks amazing. I'm a fan. Cannot wait to add these to the collection once the display is there. A ton of Prime 1 DC pieces. You got PCS and Legendary Beast Marvel 1/3 scale. I can't wait, guys. Let me know what you thought about these reveals from ToyCon PH, is it? 2022? And let me know which statues were your favorite in the comments down below. Stay minty fresh. Peace.
DJ Links.